and they can't get through the terminals, then it will go off. So smoke will interfere with the terminals, getting between the alpha particles from being sent across the terminals. It registers that and it then goes off. And so that's how it detects smoke. You know?
Is that why they use alpha particles? Because they can be stopped by pretty much anything?
Exactly. They're harmless. So they're in the room right now. That detector up there sending out alpha particles throughout this room. But it's not going to hurt you if they're outside your body. Your skin can block them. Your clothes can block
Can you
them.
like breathe them in?
Well, it's against it, you can, but it'll go right back out. It won't go into your skin. Like your skin blocks them, your lungs block them.
How would it get into your body?
If you were to ingest it, so if you were to eat it. So that is deadly. So alpha particles inside your body kill you very quickly. But alpha particles outside your body don't do anything to you. So there was, you might have heard about this was maybe 2008 or so over in Russia. Vladimir Putin, you know about him, he's the president of Russia.
He's basically the emperor of Russia.
Yeah, and
Cannot die.
basically a tyrant over there. But there was a journalist that he didn't like, and we don't know exactly how or who, but somehow they put a radioactive material in the journalist's tea. And I believe it was polonium, but I don't remember exactly which one it was. But he swallowed this radioactive material, and alpha particles were emitted into his body, and he died in about a week in the hospital. Nobody knew how he was poisoned. Nobody knew what he had, so they really couldn't treat him because they didn't know what was going on. By the time they figured it out, it was too late. And so alpha particles inside your body will kill your cells pretty fast. I mean, these are large particles that are going to destroy your cells. But outside the body, they're pretty harmless. And you can see right here. So they're very big, and that's why they don't harm you outside the body. But inside the body, think of it like a bowling ball running around inside your body. It's going to attack and destroy your cells.
How did they connect it back to Vladimir Putin?
I don't know exactly how they figured it out. I mean, Vladimir Putin, he suppresses a lot of information he doesn't like over there.
Yeah.
You know, they restrict a lot of, online speech, TV, media, anything the government doesn't like, they suppress. And they know that about him and his government. So I think he had a history of doing that already. And then I guess they tie it back to a government official who met the journalist when he was poisoned. I don't know a ton about it. I just know the basics. Yes.
How would you get one in your body? Like if they're in the room, but we don't actually like take them in?
Yeah, you could breathe it in, but it's gonna go right back out. I mean, it's not gonna do anything to your body. You have to actually swallow it for it to be a problem for you.
So like, what if you like swallow air? How does that not? do the same
Well, the amount is so small. Like, it's not like, if you were
Oh,
to,
so you'd have to
you know,
swallow a substantial amount.
you might get one in there. If like any breath you take, at most you're gonna maybe like one alpha particle in your body. But if you were to swallow like a whole radioactive substance, it's gonna emit a lot of alpha particles in your body. So that's the difference between the two.
How much smoke detector is constantly emitting?
Because it has polonium in it, sorry, not americium in there. And americium is radioactive, and over time, it periodically will decay and give off alpha particles. So it does it all the time.
Like change it out every like 10 years?
Yeah, because eventually it's gonna run out. Now it takes a while, but eventually you will get a lower amount of americium producing alpha
How
particles.
does americium still exist?
What do you
If
mean?
it's been constantly decaying since.
It
the
just
beginning
takes,
of
it
time.
can take hundreds of years, or thousands of years. I mean,
So a smoke detector can last forever.
no, because the amount in there is so small, it runs out to the point where you can't register it. Beta particles are next, and you can see on here that they're a lot smaller. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So beta particles are the size of a proton. So they are a lot smaller. And they're not proton, electron. Beta particles are the size of electrons. So about 8,000 times smaller than alpha particles. So they can go through paper, they can go through your skin. But even like going through your skin, they can't get really very far into your organs. So they can't they can certainly do more damage than the alpha particles can do. They can get inside your skin, but they can't do a ton of damage. But definitely a lot more than alpha particles can do to your body. And then if you swallow it, it's less harmful to you than alpha particles because beta are a lot smaller, and so they can't carry as much energy, and they can't destroy as much of your body as alpha particles can. Going on to gamma, you can see right here that gamma goes through a lot of different things. It goes straight through your body, it goes straight through your bone. It goes through steel, it goes through lead, concrete. You have to have a very, very thick, about 8 inches or more thick concrete or lead wall to block gamma rays. So it's very, very small particles, no mass at all, just pure energy. So very high energy. It's harmful to you really outside your body. Inside, it's a lot smaller mass than alpha and beta. So it is damaging, especially outside your body. They use gamma to treat cancer. So if you have radiation therapy for cancer, you're having gamma rays targeting your body, and the gamma rays are killing your cancer cells. So gamma rays, just like beta and alpha, do destroy your skin cells or other body cells. And now radiation itself can cause cancer. So gamma rays on their own can cause cancer. But that is a side effect that you're willing to take when you already have cancer to begin with. So you want to try to destroy the cancer cells. So you are taking a risk of having more cancer with radiation, but you already have it to begin with. You're trying to kill the cancer cells. So radiation therapy is using high energy to kill the cancer cells. Yes.
So is that the problem with gamma, that it just like kills like all the cells, like the bad and the good ones?
Yeah, the idea is to try to only target the good cells. Only target the bad cells. But there definitely is a point where you will still kill the good cells, so you can't really avoid that.
So is there any other type of radiation that could just kill the bad cells?
No, I mean, again, like at this point, you can only try and target the bad cells, but there's no way really to only kill the bad cells. You will kill some of the good cells. It's just at this point what has to happen. Maybe in the future we can find a way to only kill the bad cells, but we're not there yet. Yes.
How do they aim the gamma radiation? Do they like surround it by a lead block and with a hole in it and just point that hole?
No, they don't have, well, you mean like around the machine itself, around your body?
How do they, how do they aim the?
Yeah, the machine, that's right, keeps it, very, very thick box that has a very small hole opening that lets it go through.
Is that what chemotherapy?
No, it's different. So there's two kinds of therapy. Usually they go hand in hand with each other for cancer treatment. Chemotherapy is basically a poison you get through an IV. And the idea is that, cancer cells are fast growing. So they will take food and nutrients first of all the other body cells. So the hope is that they will take up more of the poison than your other body cells, and they'd be the first ones to die. But you also will kill other cells besides just your cancer cells with chemotherapy. You lose your hair cells. Your skin cells are very fast dividing, so they also take in a lot of the poison. Intestinal cells also die off, so you get very nauseous with chemotherapy. It also leads to long-term effects. You could have bone problems, osteoporosis. You can have problems with your jaw. You can lose your teeth. You can have long-term nutrition problems. So chemotherapy is a very risky procedure because it's a poison you're taking to your body. You can even die from it. About a quarter of people do die from chemotherapy. Now, it's not right away, but you can tie their death to the chemotherapy treatment. So now, but if you have chemotherapy, you're gonna die with cancer anyway. So it's a risky situation, but if you don't have chemotherapy, you will probably die from the cancer. So people choose chemotherapy as a last resort. But that's different from radiation therapy. They're two different things. But with cancer, we have 3 options. We can have surgery, chemotherapy, radiation. Lots of times they use all 3 to treat cancer.